You are going to put an end to jealousy for good and take back your life and transform yourself into a confident girl, and here's how. Regardless of if you are the one who is trying to stop feeling jealous or if you think there's people around you who are jealous of you, here's how to put an end to jealousy and envy. This episode is going to teach you everything you need to know about jealousy and how to bounce back better than ever so you can live your dream life. Well, welcome back to the Get Up and Glow podcast. I'm your host, Madison Haynes, your glow up self-improvement fairy godmother. And today's episode, we have a lot to cover. Girly, we are going to talk about what jealousy and envy really is, how to master your emotions and become the powerful woman that you know you are. We're going to end jealousy in dating. And of course, we're talking about jealousy and envy in friendships because isn't that why you clicked on this video? But girl, that is not all. You know I saved the best for last. At the end of this video, I'm going to be revealing the secrets that you want on how to solve your jealousy problems for good. This is going to be an entertaining episode, so grab yourself a hot girl snack and get tuned in. Chapter 1, what even causes jealousy? You might be asking yourself, why do I get jealous so easily? I feel relatively confident. I am happy for my friends. I love my friends. I love my boyfriend. So why am I so jealous? First, you have to understand that jealousy is natural. It's in our human nature. When someone gets something that you want, which is envy, or you feel like someone is threatening to take away something that you care about, which is the true definition of jealousy, that is a normal feeling. You can't control that. We all experience that. But what you can control is your afterthought. Your jealousy is rooted in your fears that you don't even realize that you have. Okay, this could be the fear of abandonment. This could be the fear that you are not good enough. This could even be the fear that you don't think that your job is good enough and other people are judging you. But here's the thing. Jealousy and envy are like the green light going off in your mind, signaling to you that that is a desire. That is what you want to have. It is a clue. If your friend bought a house or got that new car and you are so envious of her, that could be an indication that your desire is to have that thing too. And this happens through every stage of life. Maybe your friend got the most gorgeous prom dress. Maybe she won prom queen. Maybe she got into the better university. Maybe she got engaged first. Maybe she's living in a better house. Maybe she has a better job. I can guarantee you that you have been on Instagram today and seen someone have something that you were envious about. It's normal. But instead of having that second afterthought as, I could never get this, I am not good enough, or using it to switch up and project your insecurities because you don't have that thing you want onto that person, thinking, ugh, I could never live here, or ugh, I could never do that. That is negative. And on this side of the internet, we are not about that, honey. You're gonna switch up your mindset for the better. Next time you have that feeling, you're gonna control your afterthought. Oh wow, that influencer has that New York City apartment. I wish I could have that. And then you go, I want to have that one day. Girly, add it to your dream board. When you can't switch up your afterthought and you can't control the fact that you now feel resentful to that person, you feel some negativity towards that person, all because they have something that you want, that is a sign of emotional insecurity. But girly, do not fear. By the end of this episode, I am going to stitch you right back up and send you on your merry way so you can continue to heal. And speaking of which, here's chapter number 2, how to master your feelings of jealousy and overcome them. It is time that you break the cycle, and here is how. Stop having a scarcity mindset. Be honest with yourself. How is jealousy impacting your life? Is it even serving you? Why are you wasting all of your time being so jealous, feeling so envious of that person, talking behind their back, gossiping about them, trying to find ways to nitpick them to make yourself feel better? Acknowledge that jealousy is hurting you or your relationships. Because if you are jealous or envious of people that you know in your life, people can pick up on that energy. Just the same way as you can pick up on the energy of that friend who's constantly jealous of you, constantly trying to bring you down for just trying to live your own life, which we'll talk about later. Don't deny or ignore those feelings, but don't act on them either. They are just simply telling you about your needs and about your fears. Girl, it's not that deep. I don't know if you need to hear this, but girl, somebody else's gain is not your lack. You need to have your own journey. So you know why you haven't got that thing you want so badly? Because the universe wants you to learn something before you obtain that. You may not understand it now, but as you go along your self-improvement journey, as you continue to try and live your best life, when you do achieve that goal, because you absolutely will, you're going to look back on your life and say, oh, that's why I couldn't get it so easy. Anything in life worth having is hard. And you need to learn hard lessons to be able to improve yourself, to be able to grow, to grow in your emotional intelligence, to grow physically, spiritually. Because if you could just look at someone and say, oh, I want that, and get it for yourself instantly, what is the point of life? Everyone is on their own chapter. Girl, you need to stay on your own page. Someone else's success is truly just an indication that you can get it too, especially if that person is someone you know. Because if it is someone you know, that means they are probably in the same area as you. Maybe they're the same age as you. Maybe they have similar access to resources as you. So if they can do it, you absolutely can. You want to have successful friends, so why are you so freaking jealous of them? If you are the most successful, best person in the room at everything you do, you're in the wrong room. You want to surround yourself with amazing people who are working on themselves, who are doing great things in the world, who have goals and passions, because those make for the best conversations. You want to be able to get coffee with a friend, sit there and be able to work on your dream lives together, talk about all the goals you have, your hopes, dreams, desires for the future, and how you guys are going to conspire together to make that happen. But if you only have friends where you are 100 steps ahead on them in life, and all they want to talk about is how hungover they were on the weekend, what are you going to gain from those friendships? So next time you see anyone talk about a success that they had, doing something that you want to do, been on a cool trip, got a cool new thing, be happy for them genuinely. Not only because that is the right thing to do, that is the best energy to put out into the universe, and because of so you can attract more abundance, but because you want to surround yourself with successful people, because you are the average of the 5 people you spend most time with. And yes, that counts as content creators too. So if you haven't done so already, this could be your time to subscribe. Listen to what your jealousy is telling you. And yes, you might be thinking, girl, just skip to the part about my jealous friends because I am not a jealous person. Every single person experiences envy. We all experience jealousy. And regardless of where you think you are on the spectrum in terms of your emotional intelligence with jealousy, if you truly want to live your best life, this is still important. When you feel envious, when you feel jealous, I want you to write that down. How do you feel? Pinpoint the pain point. Find that root cause. What are you insecure about? For example, you might be insecure about your intelligence or about your appearance. So now you've found your root cause. Challenge that self-limiting belief. For example, you could write positive affirmations like, I am beautiful, I am smart, I am good enough. But let's be real, affirmations can only do so much. What you really need to do is figure out why you're so insecure about that thing. How can you work on it? Maybe you need to start spending more time on yourself. Take care of yourself more. When is the last time you genuinely had a self-care night? If you don't feel smart enough, why don't you feel smart enough? Maybe it's because you know that you don't try as hard as you can in school, or you know you don't work as hard as you really could at work. Challenge yourself. This is not to nitpick. This is not to say that you are so horrible, but you are communicating to yourself, okay, I have this insecurity. And instead of doing nothing or trying to put band-aids over it to cover it up, figure out the root cause behind those insecurities and how you can actually focus on healing that so you can propel yourself to a better future, a better you. Really, it is time to cultivate self-confidence. If you want to be an it girl who is unbothered and does not get jealous because she knows that everyone else's successes are not her failures, and if anything, it helps her become more successful, more abundant, and attract more into her life, you gotta be confident. I have an entire podcast episode dedicated to it girl level confidence, but let me give you the cliff notes. Don't seek validation from others, okay? Validate yourself. Look in that mirror, tell yourself, ooh, I am the it girl. And you know what? Some days you're gonna not feel good enough. Some days you're gonna feel fat. Some days your acne is gonna be really bad and you're gonna feel like crap. Guess what? Do you cycle track? Because did you know that there's phases in your cycle where you're going to feel like the hottest girl alive? So if you're having a random off day, girl, it's not you. It is just your hormones. Remind yourself of that. Be aware. Be like, you know what? I am not ugly. It is just my mind right now. And that is fine because I am still beautiful. My mind is just playing tricks on me. You have that devil on your shoulder whispering that you can't do it, whispering those self-limiting beliefs that you're not good enough. But visualize that angel telling you that you are good enough, telling you that you are beautiful, okay? And if you tell yourself you're going to do something, stick to it. And that is how you build it girl level confidence. If you truly struggle with jealousy or envy, sometimes just being honest about it is the best thing you can do. You can have and acknowledge your feelings of envy, but focus on that good for that person and be happy for them first. Do you even know your worth? Do you know that there's no one on this planet that can be like you? And that is so cool. And you might feel insecure, but guess what? There's millions of people right now begging, pleading to have your life. They are pinning things and putting things on their dream board that you already have. If you look at that girl and you're envious because she is so skinny, guess what? You are someone else's body goals. If you look at someone else's house and say, I wish I had that, there's millions of people praying to God that they get to live where you're living right now. That phone in your hand, the earbuds you're using to listen to this episode, your clothing on your back, someone out there is admiring it. So in the same way that you're envious of other people, there is 101 silent admirers of you and your own life right now. Look at all the positive things around you. Girlie, you're gonna get what you want, but you're only going to get what you want if you work for it, if you're positive, if you put good vibrations out into the universe, because you get what you give truly. Bank your good karma. Celebrate people's wins. And the second you teach yourself to let go of jealousy and envy, you have that feeling, you categorize it as, okay, this clearly is something I want in the future. You store that in a different box and you are happy for that person. And later that month, when it's time to work on your goals, you take that box, you unpack it, and you think, oh, this is a desire. Now, how am I going to get this too? And it's not about copying. It's not about becoming the carbon copy of that person. It's about taking that desire and figuring out where it fits into your own unique dream life. Consider these 6 human needs. According to Tony Robbins, there are 6 basic human needs: certainty, variety, significance, love and connection, growth, and contribution. Now, jealousy can rise when one or more of those things just are not apparent in any relationship. For example, you might be so jealous if you think your boyfriend is cheating on you. Of course, because you currently feel like you lack one of those 6 needs. So it causes you to go crazy. It causes you to conspire. But if you want to know the secret to putting an end to those feelings for good, stay tuned. Girl, it's time you stop your negative thinking. Anybody can find lack in their lives. You're jealous of that super happy relationship? Okay, but guess what? You have an amazing relationship with yourself. Some people don't even have that. And just because someone has something that you think is so glamorous, that you want so badly, you think their life is perfect based on Instagram highlights. Girl, no. Everybody has horrible days. Everybody has some type of villain origin story, some trauma that they are dealing with. Just some people can suppress it or hide it better than others. Just because someone seems to be doing well, just because someone seems to have everything that you think they could possibly want, does not mean they are happy. And this might be a hard pill to swallow, but girl, check yourself. Seriously, that jealous of someone else, conspiring, acting weird about it when you woke up today in a warm bed. You woke up today alive. You freaking woke up. You have food to eat. You have clothing on your back. And that is the bare minimum. Girl, you're doing so much more. Nobody's life is perfect. Why do you think someone is so much better than you? You can literally get to where anyone else is in life if you're willing to put in the work, learn those hard life lessons, and be so consumed with that goal to work so hard that you're never going to give up until you get it. What you don't see behind all of those LinkedIn posts announcing new fancy jobs, or those posts holding new keys saying that they got a new home, is the amount of sweat and tears that that person had to go through to get to that milestone, to achieve that accomplishment. So what makes you think you know everything about that person's life? Humanize them and change your mindset. I have a challenge for you. Next time you catch yourself randomly feeling envious of someone, comment on it, but not negatively. I want you to tell them that you admire that about them. I know that there is somebody on your contacts list that you are envious of something that they have in their life. Maybe it is a quality, a characteristic, something. I want you to message that person a sweet message and tell them that you are so proud of them. Tell them how much you admire and look up to them. Share that positivity. Because when you're putting that positivity out there, not only are you banking good karma, but you are detaching from the outcome that you want. You get what you attract. So when you pay other people compliments, I genuinely believe that the universe is going to repay that back to you in some way. You are manifesting that thing. Because when you hype somebody up and you allow them to have a safe space to talk about their achievements, you are going to learn from all of those mistakes. You're going to get the insider story of the blood, sweat, and tears that went into that accomplishment. And that is so valuable, because then in life you get the lesson before the test, not the test before the lesson. Because if you have 2 people working on the same goal, you both will get there so much faster than if it was just one, because one person has to go through all of the trial and errors to get your dream life. If you're working on that same thing, those 2 people are going to go through different trial and errors. You communicate, you share what worked, you share what didn't, you learn from each other, and you are going to get that thing twice as fast. When you are jealous and you do nothing about it, you are holding yourself back. Do you really want to be that type of person who sits on the couch their entire life, making excuses about why the people who are actually doing good for the world, actually going and making moves, making accomplishments, but you're discrediting them because it makes you feel better? Why would you want to do that to yourself? If you are that unhappy, it is showing that you have lack in your life. And that is okay. But it is only okay if you choose to not project that negativity out onto somebody else. You have the power right now to change your life. Yes, it's scary as hell. Yes, you might cry a heck of a lot. But here's the thing, staying where you are is hard. Staying the same, staying resentful, staying jealous, but changing is hard too. Working on yourself, healing your insecurities, making small steps every single day to become a better person, doing those hard tasks to get you where you want to be. But But at the end of the day, choose your heart. Chapter 3, jealousy in relationships. Okay, obviously there's two types of jealousy. It could be either coming from you or coming from your partner. Let's talk about you first. Okay, first up, let's do a crash course on the type of person you should be dating. They should have no history of cheating. Because if they are, what are you doing to yourself? You are fooling yourself if you think someone who has a history of cheating is going to change. Sure, maybe there is a 1% chance, but you are not married yet. Make sure that you share morals. They work hard, they're kind, they're emotionally intelligent, they can communicate their problems to you, their desires, their interests. They take action. That person you date should make sure that you feel like without a doubt they are into you. You should not feel threatened by any other woman. Okay, so let's say you found the perfect person. Girl, you already won. If he picked you, it's for a reason. So why are you so jealous? Let's say a girl walks by on the street and gives him a look, or you notice that he liked another girl's Instagram photo. Rethink your response. Before you go and blow up your relationship, figure out what triggered that jealousy and if it is even valid. Answer these 3 questions. Is this situation really threatening my relationship? How likely is this situation going to actually happen? And how would I want my partner to react if he was in my shoes? I can guarantee you found another man attractive before in your life. It is normal, and if you say no, you're lying to yourself. So what makes you think he is not going to find other women attractive? Heck, you probably find other women attractive. So is it truly realistic that you think because your boyfriend liked one girl's Instagram photo that you think he's going to cheat on you with her to leave a healthy relationship where he's given you no reason to believe there is anything wrong and leave that safe space for another girl? Is that really valid? He could have chose to date that girl. He could have chose to date any one of your friends, but he didn't. He chose you. So don't give him a reason to see the jealous, bitter, mean, spiteful side of you. Have you communicated your boundaries? And ask yourself when you're having that boundary chat, am I setting realistic, healthy boundaries, or am I setting boundaries based on unhealed energy? Sometimes jealousy is not about him. Most of the time, jealousy is about you. If you truly landed a good quality man, you might be projecting your own fears, your own insecurities, your own doubts from other experiences that you've had in your life onto him. And that is not fair. For instance, if you're so jealous that your partner is always spending time with his friend, that might be because you don't have a life on your own. You're not going on solo dates. You don't have any other friends. You don't have any other hobbies. Work on that first, the root cause, and if you still feel neglected, then talk about it. What are you missing in your life? How can you give that to yourself first? Stop relying on someone to do everything and give you everything and fill your emotional cup. Fill your own cup up first, because you can't be going into a relationship with a cup that's completely empty and then get mad at someone because they are unable to completely fill you up. There's only so much damn water to go around. Again, going back, know your worth. If you are so scared that your boyfriend is going to leave you, ask yourself why. You should be going in the mirror, looking at yourself and saying, "Damn, I'm a catch. I'm pretty, I'm smart, I'm confident, I can do anything. He is lucky to have me." And if you are not bringing the energy to the table where you know your worth and you communicate it, people are going to walk all over you. And that is exactly why you should not date anybody if you have low self-worth. Because if you give off that energy, you are going to attract a partner that is not the best person you can get. So take some time from dating, heal yourself, work on your self-love, go on solo dates, and until you can look in the mirror and seriously say, wow, any guy is lucky to get me, you should not be dating. If you're the type of person who thinks, I'm not worthy of love, why would he care about me? I'm so broken, no one could ever love me, don't date. It is unfair to the other person to bring that energy into a relationship. And most of all, it is unfair to yourself. You are going to push him away. Because going back, if he is the guy who checks all of the boxes that we already spoke about, if he's a trustworthy man, by holding onto him, gripping onto him so tightly, begging for all of his love and attention, telling him he can't even look in another direction of another woman, can't hang with his friends, can't do anything other than something that you want, you are attaching so hard, that man is going to run away in the other direction. We're going to suffocate him. And if you're currently in a relationship and you feel unhappy, here's how to fix it. Number 1, practice self-care. Take time for you. Find hobbies. Invest in yourself. Number 2, get off his paper. Stop worrying about what he is doing. Worry about yourself. Because at the end of the day, if he is really going to cheat, it is going to do you a favor. Because you want him to cheat before you're married. Whoa, I know what I just said. Hear me out. If a man is a cheater, he is going to cheat no matter how hard you latch on. He's going to find a way to fit it into his schedule. He's going to find a way to do it. If he is going to be that type of man, you want him to do that before you get married. Wouldn't it be better to detach from the outcome and go and see if this guy is going to cheat on you, opposed to trying to prevent him from cheating on you and then getting into a marriage and then have him inevitably do that anyways? Don't you want to actually see his character? Allow him to do him. Allow him to show you who he truly is. Now, yeah, it might be hard, but you know what's harder? Getting a divorce, going through that heartbreak, having children with the man first and then finding out he's a cheater. Sit back, relax, reap the benefits of the relationship, and if he fails, congratulations, you're one step closer to finding the person you're actually meant to marry. So check yourself for two things. Number one, it could just be in your head. It could be unhealed insecurity, and you're going to push away your potential future husband all because of your lack. Or he actually is a bad person. You actually are going to lose him to someone else. But isn't that a good thing too? Yeah, it hurts, but you can get through it. Now, if your relationship was always happy and healthy up until this point when you feel jealous, that could be an indicator that something has shifted in your relationship. Maybe a boundary you previously set before, which you were okay with, you're not okay with anymore. That is absolutely okay. Reflect on that and communicate with him. Pick a good quality partner and trust yourself. Trust your judgment. Trust your own capabilities in picking the best person for you. And if a red flag does arise, then leave. But be able to determine a genuine red flag versus a bump, hiccup, or insecurity in your own relationship. And if your partner is experiencing jealousy in the same capacity, the same advice applies to him. But if you're with someone who's constantly jealous of you, holding on to you, telling you that you can't wear that outfit, telling you you can't go on Instagram, then leave. There's a difference between someone setting healthy boundaries and controlling you. If you are with someone who is controlling you, is jealous in a toxic way, you need to exit that relationship and know your worth. Point blank, period. Okay, girly, let's circle back to the reason why you clicked on this episode. We've healed your own jealousy. Now, what about when someone is jealous of you? Which leads us into chapter number 4, how to tell if a friend is jealous of you and how the heck to handle it. Just like you, your friends are going to get jealous as well. What you feel, they feel as well. But just like we talked about, a good friend wouldn't project those emotions onto you. Here's how to tell if a friend is being toxic because they're jealous of you. If you are sitting down with your friend and she is telling you all of the stories about all the horrible things her other friends are saying about you, that is her way of being able to tell you to your face what she actually thinks of you without you being able to get mad at her. Because ask yourself this: why is this person who's supposed to be your good friend sitting in a room surrounding herself with people who are talking bad about you? Why do those people feel okay speaking bad on your name in front of that person? That is number one red flag. I can guarantee you if they are talking bad about you to that friend is because she is partaking in it too. And there's a difference between normal, innocent gossip that will inevitably happen. If you're going out and you know you look good in an outfit and that friend tries to get you to change or says something weird about it, nitpicks you, that friend is toxically jealous. It's the same thing if you're sending 2 outfit pics trying to choose an outfit and the friend's consistently picking the ugliest one, or is very hard pressed telling you to go with a different option. That is a friend projecting her own insecurities onto you, wanting to make you look worse, quote unquote, to make herself feel that she looks better. Are they competitive? Oh, you got a new car? Great, well, I'm about to get an even better one. Does she put you down in a room full of people, especially around guys? That is not a girl's girl. Or backhanded compliments. Oh wow, that outfit actually makes you look thin. Do they point out your flaws and try to humble you when you are actually hyping yourself up for one moment? And most importantly, can you genuinely feel the energy shift in the room when you're talking about something good that is happening or is about to happen to you? If you have a friend that is always with you when you're at your lowest points, it's there to hear your pity party and is there for you, but the second that you are doing well, the second that you are switching up, the second that you are working on yourself, they have something bad to say about it. They are clearly, you feel the vibes that they are trying to bring you down. That person is not a good fit for you. If they're consistently picking fights for no reason, if they're so incredibly needy, always demanding your attention, don't respect your boundaries where you are in life, sadly, you need to cut them off. This is hard, especially if it is a longtime friend. And sometimes the longtime friends are the ones you experience this jealousy with the most because you started out in the exact same place. So you are a reminder of everything that they could have achieved in their own life because they've had access to these similar resources as you. And they might be perceiving you as a threat, projecting their own insecurities for their own lack, trying to bring you down and validate their own life choices as a result. And they might not be a horrible person. Point blank period. They might just be too emotionally unaware, emotionally immature to be able to recognize that they're even doing this. And that is okay. You can send them love, you can send them light, but you can still send them away at the same time. Back yourself, know your worth. Friendship breakups are hard, yes, but being surrounded by negative energy is harder. Again, Choose your hard. Chapter number 5. Let's reveal the secret to how you can beat jealousy for good. Catch that thought and retrain your brain, baby. Be proud of what you built so far. Recognize everything you've achieved. Back yourself. And the whole I'll be happy when mindset. Oh, I just want what they have. I'll be happy when I get it. I'll be happy when I have the car, when the dream job, the dream boyfriend, the dream life. No. You are in the good old days right now. You are going to be happy right now. The joy is in the journey. Because you know what? When you get to that goal, you're going to be like, wow, snaps and claps, on to the next thing. Genuinely, instantly. You think you're going to be so happy, but you won't. Think about any goal that you've had that you've already achieved. You were happy for like a second. Maybe you went out for a celebratory dinner and then you moved the heck on and found another goal. Found another reason why you're not going to be happy until you get it. Be obsessed with your goals. Love your goals. Use them as fuel to propel yourself forward. But be happy now. Romanticize your life. Smell the roses. You're going on Instagram and you get jealous? Maybe that's an indicator to put the phone down. Get out there, touch grass, enjoy the simplicity of life. The feeling of the sun hitting your skin. The feeling of the first sip of a Starbucks drink. Laughing with your friends. Putting cream on your feet and put fuzzy socks on and rolling into bed and reading your favorite book by candlelight. Find the simple pleasures. What are you going to be remembered for? And yes, maybe you'll be remembered as the girl who started her own business, how successful you were in life. But do you really want to be remembered just for that? What about how you made people feel? How kind of a person you are? How hard you loved? The impact you made on other people's lives? That is what's going to make you remembered. So catch yourself in moments of jealousy and realize it is not that deep. Because everyone is on their own life journey. Everything that you are meant to get in this world, you have already gotten it. Your current self wants it so badly because your future self already has it. So relax, take a step back, trust the process, trust the universe, continue to work hard on your goals because you will get there. Don't waste your life away. Your dream life is now.